What's going on, guys? This is Joe. I am back with a draft, but this time I'm not doing Ixalan. Ixalan's gotten boring, and I'm real bad at it. So instead, I'm going to go to something that I'm probably equally as bad at, but that will hopefully be a little bit more fun, and that is Vintage Cube Draft. So I've done cubes in paper. I haven't done them on Magic Online yet, but there's a first time for everything. And I'm going to try it. Let's see what we've got here. Solemn, yeah, okay. I mean, there's good cards here. I'm not going to pretend that I fully know what I'm doing, but yeah, I mean, there's burn spells, right? There's red deck wins, there's things like that. Grave Titan is also good, although 6 mana. Exquisite Firecraft is fine. I like Hell Rider as well. Diabolic Edict is always good. Trigon Predator is fine. There are more artifacts and enchantments in this set. I'm not a huge Parallax Wave guy. I feel like I'm leaning towards Hell Rider. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Hell Rider here. I'm okay with aggression. Red deck wins is definitely a thing. I'm gonna keep an eye open though. I won't be surprised if that deck is being cut pretty heavily because it's pretty popular and good. We've got Kozilek, although we don't have any ways to get them yet. We've got a Llanowar Elves, which is a thing. Deathrite Shaman. Mages of the Moon. So anybody that's picking the non-basics to try to splash for stuff, where we basically just have a Blood Moon on a stick, but if they have removal, it's a problem. There's a Jace here. That's for milling. I mean, Deathrite Shaman is okay. I think Mages of the Moon is a nice follow-up to Hell Rider, right? If we're just red, if we're trying to be aggressive, Mages of the Moon really makes opponents pay, although there's a chance that they aren't really affected by it, and then we just have a 2/2 creature. This card's great, but really expensive. Kozilek, same thing, although obviously with Kozilek, you're really more trying to get it in onto the field in other ways. So I took Magus, like I said. I was thinking of sticking with red. I guess there's Shrine of Burning Rage if we're sticking red. There's some good cards here. Smuggler's Copter is a thing. Walking Ballista is nice. Brainstorm, of course. Kalitas, the new Kalitas. Arid Mesa, right? Just in general is a good option. Maze of Ith. Anguished Unmaking is fine. I don't know that it's super overpowered or anything. Awakening Zone. I like Shrine here as a follow-up to what we already have, right? I mean, we just get to put a bunch of charge counters on it and then burn them in the face with it. Obviously, it can go to creature or player. I'm just probably going to want to put it straight to player. Hazaret. That's a thing. That's definitely a thing. If we're going low, if we're going aggressive, we can try to get all of the stuff out of our hands first. Right? And then, like, I wouldn't want Wildfire because it'll kill all of our creatures, because if we're trying to be aggressive, we've got a bunch of small dudes that are going to be getting in, and, you know, Hell Rider will have them pinging our opponent and stuff like that. But Hazaret is pretty nice. I mean, Bitter Blossom's insane, right? If you get this early, you know, and they don't have enchantment removal, it's pretty tough to deal with. But with what we have so far, I'm not upset with Hazaret. Like I said, I don't claim to be an expert on this format, so if I'm making terrible picks, you know, it's a thing. It sucks. But there's the disc if we're behind. There's also Gutter Snipe if we start getting some more damage-dealing spells, which, of course, currently we have none. It's interesting to put a Danto Vanguard in here. Card's not bad. Badlands is fine if we wanted to try to splash black for anything. I like the disc. I really do. If we're behind and our opponent's gotten a bunch of big stuff out, the disc is important. If we're ahead, you know, then we're just not really even, either we're not playing it or we're just not going to activate it. But there's also Badlands. I think I'm going to go with the disc for now. We don't have any prospect on a second color yet. Yeah, I mean, we've got Incinerate. The Abyss. No, not for us. Gush, same thing. Right, there's Monastery Mentor. But we're not heavy on non-creature spells. There's Boros Charm, which is important and a great card. Lingering Souls, same thing, but that's 2 colors we're not in. Scalding Tarn, of course. I might go with Boros Charm here. I mean, it's a great card, and it's kind of a signal, I feel like. Boros Charm's good. But Lingering Souls is here also, so maybe it's a sign that white is open. Monastery Mentor is a good card. Maybe we can go red-white weenies. That's a thing. Yeah, here's Land Tax. I mean, there's Gorger, which I'll probably be taking. Although it's a vampire, and it cares about vampires, so maybe I'm wrong. Mirran Crusader is a 3-mana 2/2 pro black and green. So if we're not playing somebody who's part black and or green, then we're kind of just screwed. The lands here for us are not very helpful. Maybe I just take Land Tax because I already have Boros Charm. That would be super helpful. I might just cut it. Who knows? All right, I think this is our opening pack. We have Declaration in Stone. And we have Gideon. Yeah. I think if we take Gideon and we get... Oh, this isn't the pack we opened. But if we take Gideon and then we get another Gideon, this guy could be pretty good. Deck in Stone is not bad at all. 2-mana sorcery. It deals with token strategies pretty well, or mana elf. Well, they wouldn't have multiples of the same mana elf, but maybe I take Deck in Stone. Oh, damn it. And I was like, oh, we opened a Gideon too. So here's the second Gideon. Okay. Well, there's that. I mean, there's also Spectral Procession. Is it Charm? I guess is a thing. Parallax Wave. I'm not a huge fan. I think I might take Spectral Procession here. If we're part white, 3 mana for 3 1/1 flyers is a big game. We have that Angel of Serenity that we had earlier, that we saw earlier. There's Selfless Spirit as well, if we're going flying a little bit. I mean, white definitely seems open, just from what we've seen so far. So yeah, I mean, Lightning Greaves is fine, but it does give Shroud, which kind of sucks. Because then we can't target it with anything. I mean, this is a creature with Soul Bond. I guess we could also Maze of Ith, but then we're not being aggressive. Yeah, I mean, I guess this makes the most sense for an aggressive deck. Resto. We don't have a ton of Enter the Battlefield effects yet, but that would be nice. I can't believe Bitter Blossom and Ojutai are still here too. That's crazy. I'll still take Resto. Godless Shrine. It's a plain swamp. I don't really have a lot of ways of gaining life to make this good. Oh, Lingering Souls came back. That's cool. I should have taken the plain swamp. Yeah, Buried Alive is probably just going to go to the sideboard. Okay, well, we're into pack 2. Sweltering Suns. It's each creature once again. Kind of a problem. FTK. FTK is nice. Balance is balance is a thing. I don't know that it's a good thing, but it's a thing. The Relic Warden I feel like comes back. And otherwise Rift Bolt, which is also a fine card, but I think FTK is kind of more along the lines of what I'm looking at here. There aren't even any lands in this pack. So I can't even take lands to try to do Lingering Souls. But I'll take the Flame Tongue Kavu. I'll kind of keep my eyes open. Inferno Titan Glorybringer. We're getting somewhere. Stoneforge Mystic, Spear of Heliod. Glorybringer's a great, great card. I think that's a really smart addition to the cube. It makes sense. And, I mean, Stoneforge Mystic's good, but we don't have any big equipments. We'd obviously prioritize them a lot higher. Spear of Heliod's okay, but for me, I think it's between Glorybringer and Inferno Titan, and, you know, this has haste, it has evasion, we can exert it to deal 4 damage to stuff. I'm leaning more towards Glorybringer than Inferno Titan. It may be wrong, but I think I'm going to do it. It's less expensive as well. Does it not want to? There we go. Okay. So we took that. There's a Rakdos Signet and Inspiring Vantage. Ooh, Recurring Nightmare. That's something I used to play with a lot when I was younger. That's a great card. Char is a thing. Linvala, although, is also good. Although, I don't know, actually. Because with Linvala, it wants us to kind of be behind. I could also just do Swords. Swords is also just a great card. Inspiring Vantage is fine, but it's not both land types, which is important if we have like fetches and stuff. Wooded Foothills is fine, but we're not in green. So I think it's just Swords, to be honest. I almost feel like that's a boring pick, but Swords is just such a great card. So, especially if they have something that we just can't deal with. Swords works very nicely for that. Wow. All right, so we've got Duretti, we've got Ral Zarek here, Seeker of the Way, Harsh Mentor is a thing. I don't know how Harsh Mentor works in Cube. I'm sure there's plenty of options, but what does Duretti do for us? Anything? I know it cares more about artifacts, and we have one in Vidalcan Shackles that we're probably not even playing. Yeah, man, interesting. I don't know that we have enough for Ral, and I also don't know that he's that good for us, because Splashing Blue form seems kind of rough. I think I might go for the Mentor here, to be honest. Porcelain Legionnaire is okay, but I think I'm going to try the Mentor and see how he works for us. Oh, okay. Yep, Vidalcan Shackles definitely goes away. It was my mistake. I was reading it. Okay, so we get to untap. It becomes a 4/4. Add red for each mountain. Get an emblem with mountains deal damage. That's cool. Elspeth Sun's Champion is cool. Pyretic Ritual is okay. We're not super... we don't have a bunch of high drops like a Nicol Bolas or an Ulamog, although we've now seen Kozilek and Ulamog, the originals. I might take Elspeth here. Elspeth, I think, is great. Let's do that. Student of Warfare would also be fine. We have Caracas, Desperate Ritual, Chandra. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely, like, seeing stuff in our colors, which is nice. I guess we could prevent... This prevents creatures from blocking. We can play extra cards. We don't have a ton of instants and sorceries, although I don't imagine that she's going to be getting near her ultimate. Caracas is good. Interesting. I think we go for Caracas here. We could bounce. I'm sure there are going to be plenty of legendary creatures that our opponents will have for us to bounce. Okay. Well, they added Veraska. There is Avalanche Riders. I think I'm going to take a Baneslayer Angel. 5 mana, 5/5 flying, first strike, lifelink. Yeah, there's enough going on there. I mean, Olivia's cool, right? But it's not a Baneslayer Angel, and we're not really in black. I don't. We might just keep Lingering Souls just for the fact that we still get 2 creatures out of the deal. But I'm gonna go with Baneslayer here. Rite of Flame isn't that good for us. It adds 2 red. We're obviously not getting another one because it's cube, and that's not how that works. Okay. Banishing Light's cool. Wall of Omens is cool. What does this do? Target artifact. A player controls and target artifact. Interesting. Okay, so there's either Banishing Light or Wall of Omens. We can kind of Oblivion Ring something. Or we can have an 0/4 that draws us a card. I think Oblivion Ring is the better option. Balance came back, because of course it did. And I was right about the Relic Warden. Riftbolt came back too. You think we're in the right colors? I don't think I want to... Like I said, I don't think Balance is good for us here. Sweltering Suns kills our creatures. I think it's just Riftbolt. The Spear came back. Stoneforge Mystic came back. Lotus Bloom came back too. I might take Spear. We don't have Ice mana. So I think we just go for the Spear of Heliod here. Okay, Linvala came back. Char did as well. Let's go with Char. We're going to have to make some cuts. Duretti came back. Porcelain Legionnaire. And Ral Zarek. I guess we go with Porcelain Legionnaire because we don't really have artifacts that Duretti cares about. So let's... Ironically, we'll then take an artifact instead, but that's fine. All right, with all of these, let's take Skin Render for the sideboard. Not that we're playing it. Okay, Urborg as well. And Avalanche Riders. It's in our colors, but I'd still rather not play it. Let's see what Pack 3 has for us. I might get rid of Char for now. We're definitely having some cuts to make here, but let's see what we can open. There's still some good stuff coming along, and we do have 24, although one of them's a land. So I don't know how this deck is right now, but we'll see. I think Restoration Angel on Glorybringer, for example, would be really nice. Oh no. We open a Piece of Power and we're not in that color. It's a Phantom Draft. I'm not taking it. Goblin Guide, though. Blightsteel Colossus. Good God. What a powerful pack. Thalia as well. Sword of Fire and Ice. Ugh. Chandra as well. Right? There's some sweet stuff in here. Wow. Interesting. There's Plateau also. Right? Like just the land that taps for both of the things that we need is fetchable as well. I still think it's Goblin Guide. Like Sword of Fire and Ice is really tempting. Thalia is also really tempting. Like oh my God, really tempting. But it's our non-creature spells as well. So yeah, I'm going to go with the guide. We do have... We're at an even split, and that was with the guide, but Thalia would have been the same thing. There's Brimaz too. Thundermaw Hellkite, Sun Titan, Frost Titan. How many Titans have we seen? We saw the Grave Titan. We saw the Inferno Titan. Now we're seeing Sun and Frost. Jesus. All right. Lots of Titans today. I like Brimaz a lot. A lot. Like, I don't know if he's that good, but I like him a lot. No. Sun Titan's great, of course. Searing Spear is fine. I think I'm going to take Brimaz, and then if Sun Titan or Searing Spear comes back, I'll take that. Otherwise, Thundermaw Hellkite, maybe. And, yeah, it's Brimaz. Like I said, I enjoy Brimaz maybe too much, and that's fine. There's the Savannah. Oh, Path to Exile. Let's do it. We already have swords. Let's take Path. I've heard removal's important. So let's take Path. It's honestly the best thing for us here, right? There's a forest, plains, and an island mountain. But a seething song, but I think Path is just what we want here. We're obviously very solidly in these two colors. Archangel of Thune, Legion's Landing. That's a thing. We also got an O-ring, right? O-ring's right here. We have Westvale Abbey. The Scarab God, too, got put in here. Makes sense. Card's insane. We don't have a ton of ways to gain life, but this does have lifelink in and of itself. There's also Legion's Landing, where we can make a bunch of 1/1s. Wow, these are tough choices. I think I'm going to take... I think I'm going to take Archangel and hope that O-Ring or Legion's Landing comes back. Like, Iona's fine. Like, more than fine, but expensive. So, Angels all the way. Archangel of Thune, Baneslayer Angel, Resto Angel. Here's Leovold. We have Mana Flare. Timely Reinforcements, Burst Lightning. That's cool. True Name Nemesis is just here. That's cool. Again, this Timely Reinforcements is very similar to the Angel that we passed up earlier. But the opposite is if you have less than that. Oh, no, I guess it's the same, right? Because it was if your opponent had more. I think I'm going to go with Burst Lightning. Right? If we tap 5, they take 4 damage. Otherwise, it's 2 damage for 1 mana. I think it's better than Mana Flare. And there really isn't much else for us here. I'm not a fan of Timely Reinforcements. Okay. Wow. Soulfire Grandmaster, Abbot of Carol Keep, Lightning Helix, Magma Jet, Faith's Fetters. Like I said, I think we're in the right colors. Technically Kitchen Finks too. I think it's just Lightning Helix, right? Like, Soulfire Grandmaster is great. Soulfire Grandmaster is really, really good. Wow. Yeah, I still think it's Lightning Helix. Oh my god, all the tough choices. We're going to have cuts to make, boys and girls. Oh my goodness. And we get a Johnny Vengeant or Flicker Wisp. This is great. We just picked up a Lightning Helix, and now a Johnny's -2 is a Lightning Helix. Seems good to me, man. And it's in both of our colors. Let's take a Planeswalker. There were still 3 Planeswalkers in that pack. Alright, we can't take this. Sphinx, Zergle, Bell Striker. Oh, man. And a Sword. Sword of Light and Shadow. There's Leyline, where we give ourselves Hexproof. Seems okay, I guess. But we could also do Sword of Light and Shadow, pro white and pro black. I mean, it means our white cards can't affect our creatures if we have any. But gaining life and returning creatures from our graveyard seems like a kind of a big deal. And swapping this equipment around, it would be nice. So yeah, let's do that. Chandra came back. Ravages of War came back. Sword of Fire and Ice and Thalia. But again, Thalia makes our own creature, our own spells cost less or more as well. I think I might take this other sword. Again, this one gives pro red, which again matters for some of our cards. But still, it's a sword. I'm going to take it. Over Chandra? Yeah, I think so. Aggression. Alright, Thundermaw Hellkite came back. We might put it in the sideboard, and if they have a ton of flyers, we can use it. Let's do that. Seething Song, same thing. Not the Flyers part, but otherwise. There's Westvale Abbey. I don't think that's as... I guess I'll take... Yeah, I'll take Iona. It's a crazy card, but it's super expensive. I guess if we're playing against the slow deck, Leovold, the 3 colors we're not in, but these 2 are also... Whatever, I've been taking black cards towards the end of the packs. Take that. Yeah, Soulfire Grandmaster came back. Wow. And a Delver. Wow. How far you've fallen, Delver. Jeez. Okay, let's see what we can do with this pile. I think we did okay, to be completely honest. I think because we're in 2 colors, I'm going to ditch the Shrine. Well, maybe we ditch the disc, unless our opponent's fast. This is a sweet curve, too. Look at that upside-down pyramid. That's like exactly what you want. Let's move Caracas for a second. Harsh Mentor. Maybe we put that in the side as well. And then if it comes up, we can use it. We don't really have fixing or ramp, which is fine. I don't think we necessarily need it. But it does mean that we're going the full 23-17 split. We don't have a ton of enter the battlefield effects on our creatures. We have a lot of removal, which is lovely. Let's group our creatures separately and see what we're working with here. Magus of the Moon messes up our Caracas, so and we don't know if they're going to be playing a ton of non-basics. They could have been like us and just didn't prioritize taking lands. Interesting. We have 2 swords. We have the spear. Do I take out Lingering Souls? Because we also have Spectral Procession. We have Elspeth. Like, we have a ton of ways to make tiny 1/1 creatures. I think we take out land tax. That was wishful thinking more than anything else. 28. Huh. Interesting. We can still debate whether or not to have Porcelain Legionnaire come out on turn 2 by paying 2 life, but I think we need to see how the deck works first. Ugh. Maybe I'm wrong, but since I have no way of making black, I'm going to take out Lingering Souls for now. The best way to use Lingering Souls is play it and then flash it back in the same turn. We don't really have that. FTK is great. Hazoret seems fine. I don't know how often we're going to have cards sitting in our hand that are like higher costed, or if we have a couple of them. It makes Hazoret worse if she's not active. But I have to make 4 more cuts. I think I might cut the spear. 2 more cuts. No, all the tough choices. I don't really want to cut any more creatures, but maybe the Legionnaire. It's a 3/1 first striker, though. Maybe we cut Resto. 3/4 Flash Flyer. Oh, and we have to exile non-angels, so it doesn't work for these. But again, we don't have a ton of enter the battlefield effects anyway on our creatures. If, like, FTK would be obviously amazing. Glorybringer would be fine as well. Interesting. Wow. Tough, tough stuff. Riftbolt burns their face. I like that. That's a thing that's important. Maybe deck in stone. Maybe we take it away because we can, if we're coming across a token strategy, we can play this and then they wouldn't be able to investigate, which would be nice. And that would be what that sideboard card would be for. Okay. All of my tough decisions are over. That's it. We're done. What I'm going to do is I remembered I have Hellrider. So I don't want to get rid of Lingering Souls, right? It's a shame that we didn't get that Legion's Landing back. I'd love to get a bunch of little guys, little creatures going. But I think because of that, I think I want to be able to use my mana effectively every turn. And it may be wrong, but I'm going to get rid of the swords for now. Putting back in the Lingering Souls, which put it over here instead of over here for some reason. But that means that I have 23, and then I'm going to have the 17 that I need for lands. We'll see how this works. I'm going to save the deck. Let me put the lands in first, right? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's leaning heavier white, actually. It's looking like, but 11 to 6 is not the ratio I was going for. Let's go 9-8 because I have Caracas as well. Oh, but I already... Yeah, let's go 9-8, which brings us to 40, and then I'm just going to take out the planes and put in the Caracas. Guys, this is the deck. Who knows? It's my first time doing the Vintage Cube on Magic Online. Let's see how we do. I'm going to save the deck, and I'll be back with round 1 in just a second. All right, guys. Let's see how this deck does. I'm not super optimistic, but we shall see. I would love to play first. Okay. With 3 lands... I'm definitely keeping 2 of which are white, which is important as well. I can have the Silverblade Paladin. Ooh, they mulligan to 6. Now they're scrying, and they put it on the bottom. That's good for us. All right, let's play Plains first, I guess. And then pass. We'll pass on their turn also. Okay. They have a manland. We got a second mountain. That's cool. We can lightning helix something if we really want to. If we're gonna start going off, I guess we could do it early. This is probably wrong. Doesn't matter how good the cards are if I don't play them correctly. Banishing Light is a thing. Let's play Lingering Souls. Okay. We'll pass. Once again, we can pass on their turn also. Okay, so they're white, black, blue. And they have a Coalition Relic. Okay, they're doing a bunch of mana shenanigans. Well, Flame Tongue Kavu and Banishing Light seem really bad right now. But I still think I'm just going to play this and not pair it. But let's attack first. Just in case, I guess. Attack with both of our flyers. Bring them to 15. Let's just like deal, I would say as much as possible. But again, I don't want to pair my Silver Blade with one of my flyers right now. Like I said, I think I can pair it with FTK. That'd be pretty sweet. But that's my turn. They put a charge counter on it. That makes sense. Okay. And now they get to remove a charge counter and add a mana to their mana pool for it. That's fine. They play a Concealed Courtyard, still keeping with the 3-color theme, seemingly. Day of Judgment destroys all creatures. Okay. But then they don't play any of their own? They're going to play FTK for no value? That seems awful. But I've got literally nothing else going on, so sure. It has to... Oh, God. That's great. That is the best. All of you that knew that were probably screaming at me, and that's what happens when I don't know what a lot of the cube cards do. God damn it. Well, they've got free reign, although if it's a creature, we can Banishing Light it. Oh. Well, no, we can't, because it's only until end of turn. We sure do take 4. Okay, and then even in Cube Draft, Joe loves drawing land. Just loves it. Okay. They passed. They didn't even attack with Colonnade. I guess they must be afraid of what all this mana means. Well, we can play Spectral Procession. That's a thing. Sure. All right. Cool. Done. So their deck does not seem to have a lot of creatures in it. Clearly it's got at least the Colonnade, which is just a manland, which Path to Exile and stuff like that is helpful for, but Banishing Light is not one of those things, unfortunately. Okay, so they got a blue. Okay. Flying and Vigilance. No blocks from me. We're both at 15. That's all they do. Okay. Well, if we play a Johnny, we can tick it up to 4, but then we have to leave something back for this Colonnade, like leave one of our flyers back. Yeah, because it's really not worth it to use a Johnny's ability on any of their lands. But I guess we're going to have to, because we're going to have to tick them up. So let's attack with all, but then take one of them back. Okay. And then go like that for a Johnny. They might have a counter spell or something. Okay. And then we will say that their, I guess their Concealed Courtyard doesn't untap. Right, it's either their Concealed Courtyard or their Swamp. So let's just say their courtyard. Since it does the same thing as a swamp, but it could also be white if they needed it. That's fine. I was debating choosing the relic, but they just wouldn't put a charge counter on it, and it wouldn't be a problem. Okay. That's it for now. We have our spirit blocker back for this colonnade. Oh, let's... Okay. They're playing something, or activating this again at least. Swords to plowshares, my surviving one, then activating this and killing a Johnny. Okay. That's what I said. If they had removal for it, they would kill him, which is fine, I guess. He can be a damage sponge. That's cool. Alright, so a Johnny is dead. I kept their concealed courtyard tapped down, and then I drew another land because why not? If they're going to keep using removal spells on my spirits that I'm keeping back as blockers, then I might as well just keep whittling them away. And that's going to be my turn because Banishing Light is not good against a deck that seemingly does not have creatures. I could get rid of the Coalition Relic, but I don't care about it that much. Jace, on the other hand, can have Banishing Light used against him. He is a non-land permanent. And he drew a card with him. Wow. Well, this isn't an activated ability, but they also know that I'm going to be using it on their Jace. So that's what's in my hand. I've been drawing tons of land. But with only, what, 2, maybe 3 mana available to you, I don't believe... Oh, it's Chandra Torch of Defiance. Okay. I actually don't think I have that Chandra, do I? Of course I drew another land. Let's play Banishing Light on the Jace. Yoink. Okay. Okay. And then going to combat again. Let's attack. If they have no creatures and no way of dealing with these guys, I'll be happy to keep this back as a blocker for their colonnade, but this is working out nicely. Although I have no cards in hand, and they have 4. Okay. They played Sorceress Spyglass. Interesting. All right, so they get to steal one of our creatures, presumably the untapped one. That makes sense. And both of them have flying, so I won't be attacking with this anymore, at least for a little while. It's until he leaves the battlefield? Yeah, as long as he's on the battlefield, yeah. Okay. Well, we got an Elspeth. That's a thing. There are no creatures with power 4 or greater. So I can make her and make her tick her up to 5 and have soldiers, but they can't block the flyers, which is unfortunate. But it's literally all we have. So why the heck not? Because they're going to counter her. That's why not. Oh, okay. They're not. That's an interesting time to have played that, I guess. But maybe they're digging for a counter spell? They have 2, I guess, available. Okay, and they're going to discard either an artifact or 2 cards. a land, and Toxic Deluge. That's good against us. Just pay 1 life and you get all of our, like, little dudes. That's really good against us. Stick her up. Soldiers. No attacks from me either, so they've stabilized at least for now, they've stabilized at 11. Okay. Yep. Same dance as always with this relic. It's been producing different mana each time. I guess just depending on what they're planning on playing with it, but still. Council's Judgment. Okay, so they're going to choose Elspeth or Banishing Light, and I'm going to choose a soldier. Yep. Will of the Council is a good card. Because the thing is, if I chose Elspeth and they chose Banishing Light, then I'd just be getting rid of the 2 best cards of mine on the field. So I had to choose a soldier. They have a sword too, which they're now equipping to their flyer. It's a 3/3 flyer with pro green and blue. And they can get a wolf and deck me for 10 if I take the damage. So maybe I'll block. I only have 23 cards left in my library, so if I take 2 hits from that... Okay. Well, we've basically lost now. No attacks from me. I mean, look at all this land. My God. That's... If you're new to the channel or you're here because it's a Vintage Cube and you want to see all the Vintage Cube videos, you can. This is a theme for me. Joe likes drawing land in drafts that he does on this channel. That's just a thing. And I get to deck like most of my damn deck. Resto Angel, which thankfully it's a May ability, and now I can block this thing. But Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, if they have some kind of removal or a counter spell right now, I'm gonna choose not to. I'm gonna choose not to. It says May, so I'm gonna say no when it asks. No. If I blink it, it does not come back. That much I know very well. No attacks either, because good God, why? But again, okay. That's fine. Yep. Same dance as always with the relic. Yeah, I guess I could have flashed Resto in to block this. Because I keep saying, well, if they have removal or something, yeah, they're just going to steal it. Great. Yeah, I should have flashed it in. Hostage Taker is really good. But I should have flashed it in here. Instead, I'm going to go to 1 card in my library. I'm going to draw it, and then... I guess I could have blocked the wolf, but that's not what's going to make me lose right now. What's going to make me lose is that Archangel of Thune. That's cool. It does not matter. All right, let's concede. Wrong button. Let's concede. Yes. And go to the next game. All right. So, I mean, they literally have seen my entire deck if they're scrolling through the graveyard right now. except for the Archangel of Thune. But they don't have creatures. I mean, they have some, right? I'm not... But... Like... They have flyers, or they stole one of mine and they have one themselves. They have Hostage Taker. They have Jace. Mages of the Moon could help me here. That's definitely a thing. Activating abilities on an artifact is the Coalition Relic. Oh, if it isn't a mana ability. Well, putting a charge counter on it isn't a mana ability. So that's a possibility. I think Magus is a big deal. I think Harsh Mentor is definitely a thing. But if I put those two in, what do I take out? I can take out... Swords is instant speed. Path is instant speed. Hellrider's a big deal. Rift Bolt would just go to their face. Silverblade Paladin would be good. What do we get rid of? That's tough. Huh. Wow. We haven't seen any demons or dragons from them, but that doesn't mean I'm going to get rid of a 5/5 flying first strike lifelink. Maybe it's Banishing Light? I really have no idea. Maybe we just go 41. I mean, they did deck us out, so maybe we just keep it at 42. We add those two cards in because it helps, and we do the ultimate defense against a mill deck. All right, let's try it. Great. I'm going to keep it, even though this time, looking at this hand, now I won't draw land. That's the other thing if you're new here. That's the other thing that's going to happen. I will not draw land now because I kept a 2-lander and need more. They start with the Colonnade again. Okay. Oh, Caracas. Well, that's cool. Let's do the basics first, just in case they've got like a Wasteland or something. I mean, to be fair, it really wouldn't stop it. This is our only non-basic, but still. Sorceress Spyglass, okay. So they can choose Caracas? Yeah, they could choose the second part of Caracas' ability. I mean, I could still tap it for mana, which is what I'm going to be using it for right now, although if I had to return Brimaz to my hand, I could. But again, actually, now they've seen our entire deck, because they hadn't seen Archangel before, even if they looked through the graveyard. But this was the only unknown card to them, and now they know it. So there you go. It's going to be a while before I can play anything besides Brimaz. Well, all right, never mind. Ignore me. I can play Brimaz and Lingering Souls. But these two are going to sit there for a while. So. I think I'm going to do Brimaz next. Just because. What did they choose? They chose Elspeth. Okay. That's their turn. Ooh, if we get a mountain, that's going to be super fun. All right, let's attack first. Not that they could have anything, like Force of Will, you know, but that doesn't stop attacks. All right, and let's play Brimaz. They know we had it in our hand. They know we have Lingering Souls as well. They don't know what we drew. This is the unknown to them. They got a Monastery Mentor. Okay. That's cool. If we draw a red mana source, we can kill it. That would be fun. We got a Burst Lightning. That works too. Oh, regardless, we still need... Okay. Well, this is Vigilance. I guess they could kill the Vigilance cat. But, yeah, let's do that. Let's attack out. Sure. Yep. Blocker for the Vigilance cat. That's fine. And then we Lingering Souls to finish the turn, because they know we have it. And we pass. Yeah, one red would be really, really good for us right now. Really, really good. Yeah, no attacks. Well, we could play this, but let's attack first, as usual. They do have mana open, but I don't think that means I stop attacking. Okay. I have Porcelain Legionnaire as backup, which is nice. Yep, typical. Makes sense. Okay. Oh, they're playing something. They're not playing something. Okay. They went to 6. Can't protect a or Brimaz, excuse me, not a Johnny at all. We can't protect Brimaz with Caracas because I want to play the Legionnaire. And we pass. Okay. So they're impulsing. Prowess triggers happen. They get little 1/1s. Also with Prowess. Yeah. Monastery Mentor is really sweet. Okay. Jace. Okay. Spoilers. I'm not going to attack Jace. But I will happily block this Monastery Mentor if it attacks. Yeah, they -1 so that they could draw a card themselves because they probably want me to attack them. I'm sorry. They want me to attack him. I think what I'll do is... if I swing out... if I Burst Lightning or Flame Tongue Kavu, either way... because Flame Tongue Kavu kills the Monastery Mentor. And then I just attack out. Burst Lightning is an instant, though, so let's... but with 2 blockers, they block here and here. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, Flame Tongue Kavu is probably better here, so let's do that. FTK comes out. Kills their mentor. Okay. And then... all of it at them. Yep. Next turn, they're dead to Burst Lightning, which they don't know we have. I believe it's unknown. Yes, it is. Archangel of Thune is the last known card in our hand. But they can kill every creature on our field if they want. We know they have a board wipe in there somewhere. They're letting them self-draw a card. That's fine. Makes sense. They have 9 cards in their hand now, with 4 mana available to play them with. And they're playing nothing and discarding a card instead. All right, let's attack first. We can easily get countered here. But let's go to combat and attack with... I don't know what they could have. I'm not familiar enough. So if they have a way to stop our attacks, they're not expecting the Burst Lightning. Turn target permanent to its owner's hand and tap all creatures your opponent's control. So I'll just Burst Lightning them. I wasn't sure what they had. Cool. All right, game 3. That was pretty sweet. We were a little screwed on land, but to be fair, it's better than when we were flooded. Because then once we drew that red, we had like a ton of different options. So I'm just shipping it back. We'll go into this final game. We'll see. They were a little land screwed too, but to be fair, they have a much more ambitious mana base than we do. So, okay. So again, we have 3 white, but we have Selfless Spirit and Brimaz, so I'm going to keep as well. They also kept. Yeah, we have Selfless Spirit, Brimaz, and the same 3 land, basically, that we had last time. Wow. Okay. Pass. Yeah, they're gonna... We have, like, suspiciously similar openers here. But we're gonna do it and play the Selfless Spirit. And pass. Okay. They're gonna play. Jace. Well, if they -1 him, we can kill him with the Selfless Spirit. But if they +1, we get to draw a card. Wow, okay. He dies. They drew a card for 3 mana. That's fine, I guess. It also sponges 2 damage from them that they would have otherwise taken. So that's something. We can also play the Legionnaire. I think there might be an argument for doing that instead. But let's kill Jace first before we do anything. Brimaz represents more damage. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Hold on. Undo. Okay. That's better. Attacking Jace. Much better. I'm just so used to, when we did it before, it's like, ignore the Planeswalker, who cares? But this time it matters. It's way early on in the game, so we're going to get rid of that. All right. Let's do the Legionnaire. Nope, I lied. Brimaz, sorry. Brimaz is a bigger target, that's fair, but Legionnaire represents the same amount of damage from the individual card, right? Once Brimaz attacks, we get 1/1s that stick around, but I'm assuming they're going to get rid of him real quick. They tapped very quickly. Toxic Deluge, paying 4 life. Okay, so both of our creatures die, and even with Indestructible, Brimaz will still die, so I'm not going to worry about Selfless Spiriting here. With the nice thing there, though, was they had to sack the 4 life. If we had played the Legionnaire, they could have done it, and they would have only had to pay 1 life, and it would have killed both of our creatures. Here we could do a Johnny, keep their land tapped down, and just have an Ajani, and then play Archangel next turn. I like it. Let's play a Johnny. and that's pass. I actually like that. I think that works out nicely for us. Them getting screwed on land is something good for us. One, because we take them off of black, but also we take them off of their third land, which is relevant and important. So yeah, that's their turn. All right. So right now they don't have anything for Harsh Mentor, so I think I'm just going to play the Archangel. I'm also going to a Johnny again on their land because it seemed to work out super well for us last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for an Archangel of Thune. Is it other creatures? Each creature, including herself. There you go. Okay. Do they have nothing? They have nothing. Oh my god, we could destroy all their lands too. And we drew a Glorybringer. It's going to be Porcelain Legionnaire, but white, white, white. And then we'll have the 2 up for Boros Charm. So let's play Porcelain Legionnaire. So that if Archangel gets in, Porcelain Legionnaire gets bigger. That's awesome. Okay, I was going to say I need to make sure I activate that because I didn't remember if I did. Good thing I checked. And I'll pass. I'm going to leave up this Boros Charm. Deals 4 damage to a player. Permanents I control gain indestructible, or a creature can gain double strike. So, yeah. Relevant. They played a blue, still keeping them off of a second color. And is it helping? It is helping. That is awesome. All right, so let's play another land. Let's activate a Johnny again. We're going to destroy all of their lands next turn. We can actually... it's not enough. It'll bring them to 12. But we could Boros Charm. Yeah, whatever. Let's just attack. We'll leave up Boros Charm. Let's, yeah. Because we can win with Glorybringer as well next turn, but regardless, we're going to leave up Boros Charm for now. We didn't have enough to Glorybringer and Boros Charm, otherwise we would have won automatically. They played a Plains, which, depending on what they do this turn, could just be destroyed along with the rest of their lands next turn. They're playing something. When it enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature for as long as it remains on the battlefield. Well, they can steal one of our creatures, and we're just going to Boros Charm their Sower at the end of their turn, and then we get our Archangel back. Yeah, they're tapped out. Let's do it now. Oh, it's to player only? Did I read this wrong? I did. Okay, that's fine. But we still win? Yeah, with Glorybringer we totally still win, so I don't care. Okay. In fact, let's Boros Charm now. 4 damage to them. 1 of each color. Get it out of the way. Put them to 1. And then Glorybringer for the win. Okay, great. Guys, that was match 1. That was fun. That was a little stressful, but it was fun. I'll be back. I'm going to take a break for a minute. I need a breather. But you guys won't know that. I will be back with match 2 in just a second. Okay, we are back. We are apparently facing Saheeli Rai. We have a keepable hand. Can't complain about that. Looks like they're going first. They're also part red. And they start with a Zergo Bell Striker. But they didn't dash it. So that's something. We get to Goblin Guide. I think I'm going to offer this trade. Maybe I wait. Yeah, I'm actually not sure. That's a tough one. I think I'm going to attack. I'm going to make them realize that we're the aggressive deck cuz their creature didn't have Fire Blast enter the revealed card zone. Sack 2 mountains, deals 4 damage to target creature or player. Okay. I assume they just take it, but they can block with Zergo here. Okay, they will not. Okay. Hey, in 2 turns I can play the Porcelain Legionnaire, but I do not want to use Caracas to return Zergo to their hand because then they can just dash him out whenever they want. They play a Figure of Destiny. My God. Now who's the aggressive deck? All right, let's do that and pass. Oh, sorry. Not pass. At least attack. It was a mountain. They get to draw it. Hooray. No blocks, although at end of turn, they're going to make it a Kithkin, right? Yep. Or, a Kithkin Spirit. Then if they tap 3, they can make it a 4/4 right now. Like right now. This is the deck we want it to be in. Is the one that our opponent is playing right now. They didn't make it a 4/4. And they ended their turn too? Interesting. Well, we could... See, the thing is, if we use Rift Bolt on this thing, it doesn't die, right? Because they could... Well, they could save it just by tapping 3 and making it a 4/4. So, I guess we just play the Legionnaire instead. Well, hold on. They have 3 mana. Let's attack first. How much is this? 6, and it's an instant to deal 4. Okay. Or they sack 2 mountains, which is an option, but I don't see them doing it. Okay. Incinerate. Which you can see more and more of their deck. 3 damage to a creature or a player, and it would get exiled or can't be regenerated. 2 mana. Okay. Let's finish our attacks. Yes. And then play the Porcelain Legionnaire. And pass it up. Okay, he's a 4/4. Haste Prowess. That's a thing. They need 6 to make him an 8/8 with flying and first strike. Okay, so they're going to destroy target artifact in my 3/1 creature with a Braid. Their deck is nuts. This is so cool. This is, like I said, this is exactly the deck I wanted. Was the one that our opponent is playing right now. God, that sucks. Okay. We can kill the Swift Spear with Rift Bolt. Or we could flash in Resto. Yeah, I guess we could flash in Resto and then have Baneslayer Angel for the turn after. That would probably be the best option. I'll attack. I'll pretend like... Oh no, I guess we die if I attack. Because I block here, but we still take this much. So, yeah. I will keep him back as a blocker to block Zergo. Was one was this creature or player? No, this is yeah, or player. Okay, so they could still kill us, I think. But let's Incinerate is 2, but it would also bring this to 2 power, so I think that's fine. Let's do Resto. Choose the Goblin Guide, but then say no, because it doesn't, I mean, it technically doesn't matter. It's just going to come back, but then we block. Here and here. They can do like burn shenanigans that, you know, make these two trade, but it would only be a trade. But they could also just use Incinerate, because we know they have it. Yep. Okay. Okay. All right, very good. Their deck is insane. Let's go to sideboards. What do we have? This won't help us, that's for sure. Deck in Stone won't help us either. Char, no. Harsh Mentor, no. Oh, actually, I mean, with their Figure of Destiny, maybe, right? But it's only dealing 2 damage to them in response to that. That's tough. We had enough, you know, removal in the deck. I just don't know that we saw it. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what else we could have done. They have a lot of burn. I guess we could disc, right? We could put disc in here to try to get rid of stuff. We have swords to make our creature pro-red. I think that's a little too slow against their deck, though. Disc is fine. Like, it takes a turn, and they do have a braid. But that's counting on them having that 1 card against us. So I'm going to say yes. Like, if we lose against this person, I'm fine. Yeah, we have Disc and Brimaz and Swords. We don't have Goblin Guide, but we were giving them cards with it, so I think I'm going to keep. It's a little slow, and we're off of red, which is unfortunate, but let's play a land and pass. We do have Swords up. That's a thing. It's important against them. Okay. Well, we have the... Oh, man. We have the Silverblade Paladin that we can pair with Brimaz at some point. That'd be cool. All right, let's pass. I don't think I need to Swords this 1/1. I'm not too worried about it. I imagine they can play something for 2 that I would much rather Swords this turn. No blocks on me or by me. Anything for 2 mana? No. Interesting. Okay. Well, I still Brimaz here. They'd have to have 4 damage worth of burn to kill him, so I'm going to bank on them not having it. Hopefully. They're incinerating me for 3. Adding 2 for 1. So they have up to 4. It's Chandra. So they can add 2 more. They can nope, they can kill Brimaz for -3. Put her to 1. That sucks. Yep. And Disc doesn't touch Chandra. So that's a thing. If we draw a red, we can Goblin Guide her, which is nice. Haha, perfect. Oh my god, super perfect. All right. Let's do 1 for the guide. Let's do 3 for the Paladin. Soul Bond happens, and I'm going to say yes to this one. I'm going to attack Chandra. They get Chandra Pyromaster. Okay. Deal 1 damage to target player and 1 damage to a creature. That's good. That doesn't hurt us that badly. Sure. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's like exactly what I needed that turn. That's really cool. All right. Now Chandra costs 4. Okay. But they have 4. They can use this Grim Lavamancer to kill one of these. They'll have to exile 2 cards, but I don't think that matters to them. They used a Firebolt instead. That works. They didn't attack. Interesting. Well, we have Swords and Lightning Helix. We have Goblin Guide and we have the Disc. If we play the Disc and leave up the white, we have Swords. So let's do that. If they target it to destroy it, right this game, that seems fine. But it's just going to sit there as a threat the whole time. All right, let's attack. Gutter Snipe. Cool. I would be happy to Swords that. It could do quite a bit of damage to us. So they're going to deal 2 damage to him instead. It happens. They can do it 1 more time. All right, that's my turn. And it is creature or player. So it's Chandra. Presumably they're going to plus her up because that'll deal a damage to me and to them. Or it would be to one of my creatures, but I don't have any. Ugh. Taking 1. I'm going to save Swords for something that matters. Hazaret. Again, Disc doesn't kill Chandra. It would only kill this 1/1, and then why not play Swords? Let's do... Let's play Hazaret. And then if we Swords, we just have a 5/4 creature. I guess we could have killed Chandra this turn. That's okay. Let's pass. If I have to Swords this guy, I'll Swords him. But I'd rather not. Gutter Snipe is still in their hand. They're going to exile a mountain. They may play it, but they already played a land. So it'll stay exiled. They have Gutter Snipe and an unknown card in their hand. And they're going to end their turn. Okay. We have Baneslayer Angel. That's awesome. Unfortunately, it means we won't have an active Hazaret, but I think that's okay. Actually, Why don't we swords the creature, lightning helix them, and then kill Chandra and have Baneslayer for next turn. I think that's what I'm going to do. Swords to Plowshares. It sucks because I could have done it turns ago, but they'll probably use it before it dies, deal some damage to me, but I'm going to gain that life back. So I go to 11, right? It's 2 damage. Yeah, that's fine. They gain a life. And then we do 2 more to lightning helix them. No, I do not, because I don't need to. And then I attack. Sweet. All right. Next turn we have Baneslayer. If we draw a land, we have Baneslayer, keep up disc. Gutter Snipe. Sure. Yep. Seems good. Let's attack. Yeah, thankfully once Baneslayer, if Baneslayer gets in, we can start gaining some life. The other nice thing is with Disc, it says destroy, and Hazoret is indestructible. So even if we have to sack our Baneslayer to get rid of whatever nonsense they have going on with our Disc, we would still have a 5/4 haste indestructible. Wow, they just conceded. Okay. I mean, I guess we were representing 10 damage on the board and 5 life gained and everything, so that's pretty awesome. I like it. I like the disc inclusion. I like that we were able to hold back their gutter snipe, seemingly. I mean, I don't think they knew. Yeah, I don't think they knew we had swords, but they probably could have guessed. We kept 1 white up a lot. Or Path, right? They're both pretty popular spells. Oh my god, this hand is bad. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand is probably worse, but I will keep it. Resto can go on the bottom. Lands are important, especially against this fast opponent. God, that sucks. Okay. We can path it. That's hilarious. Let's get rid of the problem right now. They get a land, which sucks for us, but it's better than them having eventually an 8/8. All right, stop doing that. Thank you. Okay. That's fine. They have 3 lands. And they play Sulfuric Vortex. Okay. So yeah, I won't gain life off of life gain stuff. That's fine. I drew a 3rd land, but it's not exactly the one we needed. But I can get rid of that Sulfuric Vortex. Let's let it deal 2 damage to them as well. Depending on what they play this turn. Monastery Swift Spear. Yep, we can Banishing Light their Vortex. Ugh. Okay. Well, we can Hazoret next turn. The problem is it's not going to do anything. But we can Banishing Light on their Sulfuric Vortex. It sucks because it's not an instant speed way of dealing with it, so it dealt us 4 while it only dealt them 2. But it's the only way we could stop it, and it's representing more damage at this point than the Swift Spear. Yep. Cool. Again, they're pretty fast, and we don't have... pro white. Gross. Okay. Number of cards in my hand. Well, that's a thing. Yeah. We're going to lose this one, boys and girls. All right, let's play a land. I don't even have the kicker, so it's only going to deal 2 damage. I can play only one of these. I'm going to take 5, and then if they have anything, I'm dead. So let's just do the only thing we can. Whoops. Just cast it. Do that. And then... I'm not dead on board, so I'll at least have a turn, right? Never concede. Always let it play out. Let's see what happens. I get hit for 4 is the first thing that happens. But any burn, 5 mana, 2 cards in hand. Yep. Firebolt. Great game, great match. Great match. I liked that a lot. All right, guys, that was round 2. I'm going to go into round 3. We'll see if we can pull out a second win or are we going to get a second loss with this deck. But either way, we will find that out in just a second. Okay, well, we are back for round 3. Let's see if we even get a somewhat decent hand, because the answer is no. Hey, look, our pack 1 pick 1 that we haven't seen yet. I think I'm going to have to mulligan. We have Boros Charm, and that's it. Mulligan it is. Well, we still have Boros Charm. God damn it. This one I have to keep to. I really don't want to go to 5. This sucks. I'll keep Spectral Procession on top because it'll be something that we can play. Of course, they have a fast deck. Great. Okay, well, we can play a land and also pass. This is just the best. Mana Crypt. Chandra. Oh, we lose this game. That is rough. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus. We can deal them 4 damage. Well, with Mana Crypt hurting them, that's something. Mountain enters the exile zone with Chandra. And now we're just waiting on them. Wow, they've been so fast so far. This is surprising that we're waiting so long. Interesting. Okay. They attack us. And then they play more stuff, I assume. They firebolt us. I may just hold this Boros Charm. Yep. I can't. I don't have 2 red. Okay. So we can literally not win, so let's concede. Yeah. What did I say about wanting to play a mono red deck? All right, so we don't show them anything. They literally saw no cards from us. We had a terrible opening hand. I'd really rather not have mana issues. There's nothing that we can... We're just going to ship it back and hope that this side of the deck cooperates. But otherwise, this will be a real fast match 3, or round 3. Yes, I would love to play first, but I would also love to have a keepable hand. Sure. It's at least keepable. Land pass. Swords to Plowshares on a Goblin Guide? Sure. I would love to. Swords to Plowshares. I guess I could have... I'm dumb. This is what happens, man. Alright, fine. What I was supposed to do there, if you guys aren't aware, is let it attack, let its ability go off, and then, you know, benefit from it. Okay, so they go to 20 with their Porcelain Legionnaire. I also have a Porcelain Legionnaire. They have a Shrine of Burning Rage. Yeah, their deck seems somewhat similar to ours. But they're going to kill our creature. Yeah, their deck is similar, but ours has this nasty second color in it that, you know, their deck doesn't, which makes our deck a little bit slower. We can play Brimaz, which is not going to be good enough. And what does this do? To creature or player, and it's 3 mana. So that's a thing. If they keep this mana up and attack, they don't. They just play a Fire Drinker Satyr. Okay. They could still play a land. Nope, they play a Harsh Mentor. Okay, so we activating Elspeth. Oh no, I guess it doesn't matter. It's artifact, creature, or land. So yeah, we're good. No attacks. That's cool. All right, so we have 4 mana available. If we attack, they can double block here. But we should still do it. Brimaz has Vigilance. The cat has Vigilance. That's fine. If we get 1 more mana, Glorybringer is going to be sweet here too. I think it's better to play out Hazoret. Just to be able to play something, use our mana effectively. Okay. They're sacking the Shrine to deal 4 damage to Brimaz. That makes sense. And then attacks all out. That's fine as well. Well, we drew a land. All right, so we can actually Archangel here. Hazoret will get the counters too. We can gain some life off of blocks. They could try to kill it, of course, but it would be the same as Glorybringer, but at least Archangel will be untapped to block. And then if we draw a land next turn, then Hazoret will be active, because we can play Glorybringer, like play the land, play Glorybringer, and just have Elspeth in our hand. Literally just Fire Drinker Satyr, because they want to kill the Archangel that way. They're going to deal a bunch of damage to themselves. They're going to beef up Hazoret. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll block. Sure. Yeah, they'll take a bunch of damage, but we draw our land, so we can Glorybringer away the Porcelain Legionnaire and attack for 10? That seems good to me, man. That's awesome. Yeah, this seems pretty good. They'll have to do a lot of burn damage to kill me this turn. Which is why I wasn't super worried about Crackback. Okay, so we can't untap more than one land. That's fine. We can still untap our creatures. Magma Jet to me. And then they scry 2. That's cool. Let's see how they scry. 1 on the bottom and 1 on top. Okay. Do they attack? They do. I go to 9. I untap 1 land. Let's make it a white. I don't think we have double red. We have FTK, but not this turn. Do we win? I don't understand. I think we win, right? Oh, I have to pay 3? I can't. I literally can't. That's fascinating. Good for them. Okay. That was really good on their part. Next turn we have Glorybringer. They untapped 1 land. So they still lose. Okay, cool. Wow, that was stressful. All right, game 3. This is crazy. Crazy. Their deck is so fast, but we were still able to pull it out on that one. That was great. Mages of the Moon won't help us here. They're mono red again. Deck in Stone isn't really a thing that we need. Harsh Mentor also isn't really a thing that we need, although they have one for themselves. I don't really see anything. Maybe Disc? Disc helped a lot the other game. There's also Sword of Fire and Ice to give our creatures pro red so they can't be burnt out. We're going to try that. Yeah, we're going to try it. We'll see how it works. We had land issues many times over these 3 matches. Hopefully that's not the case this time. Do I keep with double red? Ugh, everything needs white and almost everything needs double or triple white. I'm going to mulligan. They kept 7. We're probably screwed. This is worse. Well, I don't know that it's worse. That's not fair. But we will keep it. This has to, unfortunately, even though it's the Archangel of Thune and we can gain some life, it's got to go on the bottom. All right, we are going to play a Plains and pass. We could play this Legionnaire, but I don't think we want to be losing any life against them. Yeah, I think they're going to be dealing enough damage to us. I just got to hope that that we can draw an extra white next turn. They play Eidolon of the Great Revel. Cast a spell with 3 or less. It deals 2 damage to us. So let's do this first. Perfect. I'm surprised they have that in their deck. They have a lot of low drop spells. Okay. It's 3 or less. So, but we only have 2 mana. So let's suspend Rift Bolt. And if it's still around later on, we can use it to get rid of this Eidolon. Lightning Strike, so they take damage, but so do we, but we were able to deal that 4 with the Boros Charm. That's going to be clutch for us. That's fine. Yeah. Oops. Let's cast it on the Eidolon. Sure. I take some damage, but, ooh, I have swords for this guy. Or I could play Porcelain Legionnaire, which would also be for this guy, but I would take more damage, or lose more life. they're going to gain life off of this. This sucks. Wow, this land issue is a problem. All right, let's pass. Harsh Mentor. Okay. Activating the ability of the disc is going to be an issue, but whatever. They're going to go to combat. Okay. Let's swords. They gain 2 life and go to 14. We drew our land. We have... I'm going to play Legionnaire first. If they have a removal spell, they can use it on the Legionnaire before Brimaz, because I would much rather they do that. They lightning bolted me. They have their own Glorybringer. They can kill our Porcelain Legionnaire and deal us 6, which is not lethal, but it's pretty damn close. We won't have enough time to activate Disc because this thing will be lethal. Oh, they just won? Did I do the math wrong? Maybe I did. Anyway, hey, we got some play points. That was crazy. I guess Mono Red's pretty good, huh? It's almost like I said that, which is surprising because, like I also said to you, this was my first one. So let me know if you guys liked it. Obviously, the next draft that you see on this channel is likely going to be Rivals, regular Ixalan. But if this comes back around and we're still doing drafts, this will definitely be something I'll consider. This was a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys thought. I'm sure there were a lot of questionable decisions. The more information I hear from you guys, if you have experience playing the Vintage Cube or watching other people draft the Cube, maybe you can teach me something and I can get that much better. But please let me know what your thoughts were of this in the comments down below. I've been Joe. This has been Geek for All. Feel free to subscribe, click that button on the screen, and you can find out when all of our videos come out. We have these drafts every Saturday. We have story reviews with my fiance Amy and I. Rivals of Ixalan is coming soon. Every Wednesday, or Thursday, excuse me. And we have paper magic openings every Monday. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I've been Joe. This is Geek for All. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.